What's up, guys? It's Brandon from Booney's Biking Co. I'm going to be going over bike anatomy or bike part names. So first we got my Trek Roscoe 8. What holds this thing together is the frame itself. Then we got the top tube, the bottom tube, and the seat tube. This is called the seat stay and chain stay. This bottom piece is called the bottom bracket shell. In the front we got the head tube, which houses the steering tube. This is called the headset spacers and the stem. Below the headset spacers is the steer tube, which moves with bearings collectively called the headset. The stem clamps to the handlebars and is held in place to the steering tube by a top cap and pinch bolts. On the handlebars we have brake levers, shifters, dropper seat post lever, and grips. The handlebars and all of its components is known as the cockpit. Then we have the suspension fork or fork. This is held in place by the crown, and this top lever will either lock your shocks or keep them so they will move up and down. The crown holds your stanchions, and you need to be careful with these stanchions and make sure nothing scratches them. This is called your brake caliper, and this attaches to the rotor, so when you squeeze your brakes, the brake pads squeeze the rotor. Some calipers are hydraulic, like the one on my Trek. Others are mechanical, like the one on my road bike. This is called a wheel. This black part is the tire, and the inside portion is the rim. The spokes hold the wheel together, and the nibbles connect the spoke to the rim. This is called a Presta Valve stem, which is common on bikes, and the valve cap. At the center of a wheel is the hub, and this houses bearings. The hub rotates on an axle. On my specific bike, this is called a through axle. The rear wheel has a cassette hub that has a ratcheting system that allows it to accept the cassette. The size of the cassette is measured by the amount of teeth it has and can be changed to your liking. These teeth are made to work with a chain to move the bike. The chain is made up of individual links with one master link that allows you to unfasten the chain. This is called the derailleur. This allows your chain to be shifted either up or down. The derailleur is attached to the bike by the derailleur hanger. If you ever do break this, it can be changed. This bottom piece of the derailleur is called the cage. This keeps tension on the chain as it moves through the gears. The chain passes through the upper and lower pulley, also called the jockey and idler. This lower portion where you pedal is called the crankset. These are crank arms and pedals. The crank arms are attached by the spindle, which is housed by the bottom bracket shell. This is called the chain ring. My bike has one. My road bike has two, and you can have up to three. On my road bike, I have a chain guide. On my mountain bike, I have a narrow, wide chain ring. This allows me to get rid of a front derailleur. If we look over to a mountain bike, I do have a front derailleur or a chain guide. This is because I don't have the narrow, wide chain ring. The crankset, chain, derailleur, and cassette make up the drivetrain. This is called the seat or saddle, and this is the seat post. It's held in place by the seat post collar. I have a dropper seat post that allows me to move the seat up or down on the trail. If you have a full suspension bike, this is where the shock and linkages would go. Study this video or post and get to know the names. It's important to know, and it will help you be able to talk mountain bikes with others. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe.